Hey guys, I'm in Grand Saline, Texas, where I am hauled up waiting, much like you are, for the coronavirus to clear. And I think I mentioned that one of my moms had asked me if I would make a video for you guys. I don't really know yet how to show me and the teaching portion at the same time if I need it, keep it on the table. So today you're going to have to just bear with me, and I'm just going to show you what we're working on. Okay, today I'm going to send you 2 links, both about line, and one is just a silly cute little video. This is what we're going to be working on, by the way, and this is our final product. And probably a little bit young for your older elementary students, but honestly I show it to all of them because it's cute and it helps you remember things. I mean, how many of us don't remember conjunction junction, probably from a million years ago, that little video they used to do on TV. So just show it to them anyways if you have time. Then I also am sending you a slide share that has to do with Paul Klee. And he does a lot of work that is abstract, and we can talk to our kiddos about the difference between something that's realistic, something we can tell what the image is, and something that is not so realistic, where we have to kind of decide what we think the artist was trying to say or show. And the little slide share shows great examples of that. And I would just encourage you to take the extra few minutes to show both of those links. And then at the end of the Paul Klee, it actually says that a line is a dot that went for a walk. And I think that's so fun. So that's kind of the theme today. A line is a dot that went for a walk. Now, why do we talk about line? Why is it important? I talk about this with my junior high students, my high school students, even I did literally my thesis in graduate school was on the quality of line, truly. So it's very important. There are different kinds of line and they all show something different, which the little cute video from YouTube will talk about. And we're going to just experiment with 5 or 6 different kinds of line today. And we're going to also experiment with thickness and thinness of line and how to get that just using our brush. And then we're also going to talk about a line that closes, which is, what does that make? A circle. Okay, guys? Super simple, super easy. All you need for this is a paper towel, some scissors. Obviously, you will need a pencil, okay? You're going to need watercolors. I'm trying to do only things you could get at Walmart, or you should probably have at home. You will need a Sharpie. 2 different sizes would be great. Even that real thin one would be wonderful because that will help the kids get, different thicknesses. You will need a brush and water, okay? Salt is always fun, just for experimenting. The kids already know how to do it. You do not need a ruler, but I will say some of my students are very, very meticulous. They might like a ruler for doing their horizontal and vertical lines. Optional. Got it? Okay, so that's it. And you also need a good quality paper. I'm going to tell you that computer paper will not work for pretty much any project we're going to do in art. So I would say go get a sketchbook or a sketchbook grade. And I'm going to try to swing by Walmart and pick up some more paper just to leave on my front porch for you guys to swing by and grab what you need. Mine got bent somehow in my car on the way over here. So I'll just use that and make it part of my piece. So ignore that, okay? All right, so let's get started. To get started, I only got one hand because I'm trying to videotape. So I'm not going to use a ruler to make perfect lines, all right? But you're going to start by making 2 horizontal lines on your paper. They can go all the way from side to side. And remember, I want you to kind of emphasize to your kids that a horizontal goes left to right, right to left, and it's very calm, and it shows, just kind of gives a slow feeling, okay? So that's why you would use it in art. If you wanted a very calm picture, it needs to have more horizontal lines, okay? So I'm just going to go side to side. Again, I don't have a ruler, so it will not be perfectly straight. I'm going to go all the way on the first one, and the second one, I'm just going to do one that's just kind of there. See? Okay, no right or wrong with this, friends. And you can also have your paper this way, which is called vertical. This way is called landscape. The kids know that. Just review, remind them, let them watch this video, and they're going to say, yeah, we knew that, Mom. Okay, vertical lines. They go up to down, down to up. They show strength and stability. So you would use those in a picture you wanted to be very bold and strong, all right? So I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. No right or wrong, guys. They can go all the way to the top and bottom, or you can just do them like that. Now we're going to do 4 diagonal lines. Diagonals go from low to high, high to low. These are important because they show action and movement. So if you want a very dynamic piece that has a lot of action, moves the eye, use your diagonal lines. So I'm going to go from corner up. I'll do 2. I'll go to that direction. This one I'm going to stop. I'm not going to go all the way. Then I'm going to go the other direction. See, I've got this weird crease that I accidentally folded my paper. Let's just use it. Wish that was straighter, but I don't have a ruler. Let's do one more there. What do you think? Okay, so far that's all I have. Now, we're going to do 2 zigzag lines. You can go all the way across, just a little bit. You can always, guys, you can also turn your paper. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to turn my paper. And I'm going to zigzag. I'm going to do a smaller zigzag now. I'm going to move my paper back. In fact, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to stop it. I did not go all the way across with that zigzag. So do you see? Okay, now I'm going to come back. We're going to do 1 organic line. And an organic line is a wavy line. Okay? So I'm just going to do it. I think I am going to go all the way across with my wavy line. Don't get too crazy with your wavy line, kids, because you already got a lot going on. You don't want it to get too busy. Don't get all swirly. Don't get small swirls. We do those sometimes, but the small swirls will be hard to paint in. So just go kind of loose, okay, like that. All right, now, moms, this is where I need your help, okay? All these lines that just end by themselves. Do you see that one? And that one? Okay, there's this one. They have to be connected to something. They do not have to be connected to the edge, just something. So watch, moms, what we're going to do. Help your kids do this, okay? I don't mind that, but I think I'm going to cut that space. We're creating shapes now, if that's the case what you're wondering. See that? All stray lines. You see this one? He's hiding up there, but he's not connected to anything. So I'm just going to take him to the edge. This one's connected to nothing. Do you see that right there? So you can go anywhere. There's no right or wrong. I think I'm going to choose to go up to this one. Got to close. This is called closing all the spaces. With this one, we could go across. We could go over this way. I'm going to go here. I'm going to even wave it. That's just kind of fun, don't you think? Uh-oh, this guy's stray. You do something with him. And this one's stray. Uh-oh, I found 2 more. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and extend those to the end. Uh-oh, I found 1 more. Do you see it? Every line must touch. Uh-oh, I found another. Do you see that one? So moms, you really kind of do need to help your kids with that step because it's a little confusing. I found 1 more that's hiding from me right there. He's trying to be sneaky. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it to the end. No big deal. All right. Got it? Now look at my image. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. Now, this is where your Sharpie comes in. If you have different sizes, great. Go ahead and I would like to see some lines be thicker and some lines be thinner. If you only have 1 Sharpie, just double up on your line. Make some a little bit thicker and some thinner. Here you can see I've done that with mine, thick and thin. 2 different Sharpies would really help with that. And see, I want to show you my fabulous student, Nathan's. Do I have it? Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Now, he outlined with paint, but I'm not asking you to do that because you're working from home. Okay? But that's what's going to look like on your next step. He started to color in, so he jumped a little ahead from where you're going to be. All right. So once you've done all of that, friends, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to do a little bit because I don't want you to be here forever with me. Do a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to outline. All of my lines. Okay. Now, what I'm talking about when I say thicken it, see how I could do this with just one? Look at that, I made a thick line and a thin line. I can go thick, really thick right there. And then thin. Okay, I'm almost there. I want to get enough outline to where you can see my next step. This isn't super easy with just one hand. So excuse if I'm not being perfect. And even this diagonal line could have some thick and some thin. Do you see how thick and thin lines have different feelings to them? They create different emotions. That's what we say in art. I don't know why I went up, but I'm going to go up there. And I'm going to choose to make this part of it thick. Okay. Lastly, I'll do this, and then we're going to get going on with the next part. Kind of like those cooking videos. That's enough to get us going, don't you think? All right, friends. Now, your very last step will be easy and fun. We could just fill all this in with color, but I think that my students are a little more advanced than that. So we're gonna do 2 techniques. The first one is called wet on wet. So we're gonna take an area, and I'm going to try to leave a tiny bit of white space where I do not touch the black line. And I'm putting just water down. That's called wet on wet. The kids have done this before. I filled it all in with water, moms. Do you see that? And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna choose a color. Go over here. I'm gonna get my paint. Got it? I'm gonna come over, watch this, moms. This is so cool. Because there's water already on the surface, the kids have done this. This is not new to them. It's a good review though. It'll bleed and spread, but do you see? Moms, you might be learning something. It will stop where there is no water. And that is how they can keep the edges white. You're gonna see that on my paper. Do you see this? Okay, you can also see that Nathan did that. Nathan is in 2nd grade. Look how he kept the edge white. That is a challenge. We're gonna take this project up a notch from just the typical that you might see, because we're challenging our kids to control their paint and their brush. Watch this, moms. When it's wet, it will bleed. Now watch what happens if I go wet on dry. That is our second technique, moms. Wet on dry. Again, I'm trying to control my brush and leave a white edge. The paint will not jump from the wet area to the dry area. In watercolor, that is how we can control where we let things bleed. Okay? Now, I would also encourage you, some kids will want to use every color in the palette. That's great. But I would recommend all cool colors. They know what those are. Those are greens, blues, and purples. And maybe just choose one warm color. I used yellow as my pop color. Everything else in mine is cool. You could do the opposite. You could use all warm colors, which would be your reds and your yellow, and choose one pop color that's cool. Otherwise, it's gonna get too busy, okay? And that's it. Now, one last fun thing you can do. The kids know how to do this. Let's try purple. I'm gonna go wet on dry again. Trying to keep that edge. And then maybe I could, look, watch this, moms. I can blend with a new color. Well, it didn't really show up. I did a dark blue. But watch this, and that's where the salt comes in. And moms, when you salt it, just blow away the extra and do not touch it till it's dry. Let it do its thing. The kids love to salt their paper. Okay? And when you're done, You are welcome to mount it onto a piece of construction paper. I chose to cut some of the outside edges out. Like this would be very fun to cut out along here. And then maybe don't cut this section. Let the kids maybe cut one part on each side. They could cut this out. That's for your older students, I think. For the younger students, this is a project that can be for all ages. Other students, like Nathan, chose not to cut his out. Do you see that? I think it looks fine, but it would still be beautiful mounted on a piece of construction paper when it's finished, okay? And I'll leave construction paper on my porch as well. That's it. Have fun. Things that look simple really can be great teaching tools. Love you guys. Bye.